What is the minimum amount of insurance that a driver in California has to have?
The minimum insurance coverage in California is $1,535.
And can you explain that? What does that mean?
$15,000 is per person. $30,000 is for the total accident itself, the liability coverage that you'll be covered for, and $5,000 is for the property damage.
So basically what that means is if I have an accident, the most my insurance company is going to pay is $30,000.
Exactly.
But if I hit a brand new 5 Series BMW and total it, and 4 people are injured, and there's $1 million in damages, then the insurance company is only liable to pay $30,000, and technically I would be on the hook for the rest.
Exactly. Yep.
So it's not ideal, certainly, to have policy limits, such low limits.
Right. It's not ideal to have that low of limits. That's why when every driver calls in, we like to ask them certain key questions to know what assets they have, whether they own a home, or whether they're just looking to get insurance.
If they have
legal.
So basically, if they have assets like a home or bank accounts, then those are assets the victim of an accident could go after. For the difference between $30,000 and whatever they owe after the trial.
Right. Yes, we would not recommend a client with a home and a nicer vehicle to get that low of limits. We wouldn't feel comfortable writing them.
What's a good policy? I mean, what's a reasonable amount of insurance for someone to have that's not going to cost a fortune, but at the same time is going to give them a sort of a safe degree of coverage?
Well, if you're leasing a vehicle, you're going to be required to have $100, $350, and comp and collision deductible. If you're financing a vehicle, you're going to be required to have full coverage. And what we mean by full coverage is you're going to be required to have a comp and collision deductible to cover the vehicle that you're financing.
And that basically insures the Ford or Toyota, whoever's financing the car, that if something happens, the value will be compensated to them.
Exactly. You'll typically have a deductible of $250 to $1,000, and if there's damage to the car, say you have $1,000 deductible and there's $5,000 worth of damage to your vehicle, you're going to have to pay $1,000, and the insurance company will pay the other $4,000.